So we welcome back our first guest after 10 years plus from her last appearance here on Open. She is an actress, writer, producer, host, and founder of The Acting Bank, an online platform that provides actors with inside access to resources and tools to jumpstart their careers. The Acting Bank serves as a central location where actors can dive into all things regarding the industry. And joining us to share more, we welcome back to Open actress, writer, producer, host, and Acting Bank founder, Christine Suero.
Rhina, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's so great to be back after so many years.
Oh my gosh, you haven't aged a bit.
It was wonderful to be here then talking about that show, and now to be here to talk about new projects. It's really beautiful. So thank you.
Well, thank you for being here. I gotta tell you, we love when we have guests back on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been over a decade.
It has.
It's been, 2 years plus a decade. Oh, look, we're showing an image of
there
us.
It is.
Oh, look how youthful
Look
we
at that.
both are.
Yes, we look exactly the same.
Exactly.
Yes.
We haven't aged a bit. But at that time, at that
Right.
particular time, you were just launching your career.
I was.
Right? You were there with Veronica Caicedo,
Sí.
promoting the One Festival.
I
You're
was.
doing your one-woman show. And
Yes.
now you're like this entrepreneur in the field of acting and coaching.
Yeah, that's really what I'm doing. It's so crazy how when you first start out, you have all these dreams, you have all these ideas, and you're so inspired, but you really don't know what you're doing when you're first starting out. So with that show, I just had to get ideas on paper and get started, and things started unraveling, and then you start meeting people and making connections and learning about the craft, and then you see the progress to take us here.
Yeah, and I think it's lovely and brilliant, by the way, I might add, that you have chosen to design a community. I understand it's membership based,
Right, correct.
And we can share the details of that with our viewers. But
Right.
I do want us to just talk a little bit about what your journey has been to implement that into
Right.
your roster.
Right. So the Acting Bank, the platform that I created for actors so that they could get these tools and resources, came to be because it was in 2020, right? We had a massive amount of time on our hands. I was doing a lot of self-reflection, right? Taking inventory of my life, what I've done, what I've learned, how I've grown, what I've been able to accomplish. And it dawned on me, there may not be nothing happening right now because the world is shut down.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things that I'm proud of. And I was like, my journey can inform other artists' journey. It can help guide them. It can help support them. It can show them the way. Because I know when I started, I didn't know my right from left, Rhina. It was a completely foreign world. I did have a cousin who was an actor, so she did guide me a bit.
Right.
But you still have to do the legwork.
Right.
You still have to book the jobs. You still have to do the headshots. You have to build your portfolio. You have to learn the skill, fine-tune the skill so that you can book the roles that you'd like.
Yeah, but it isn't solely about the craft itself. It's also
Right.
about the business behind it, which is what you're really discussing, right? Because
Right.
I love when we always go back to 2020 because I find that 2020 was a really pivotal moment for a lot of artists. There is this reality check. There was this, as you mentioned, this reflection of like, okay, so now what?
Yeah.
Right?
What do we do now?
Well, because as actors, as performers, you really rely on audience. That's the nature of the business. The two go hand in hand.
Right.
But then there's the business aspect of it,
Right.
right? And so you decided you took matters into your own hands.
I
Is what you did.
I did. I said I may not be able to be on stage right now because I actually had my second one-woman show that was supposed to go up that year. It ended going up the following year. But it's like, what can I do right now? And I had this idea. I was inspired, and I decided I'm gonna make a platform. I'm gonna create it, put this information to help support other artists, and that's how it came to be. So.
So it's been in existence since 2020.
It has been, yes.
So we're 5 years in.
Yes, isn't that insane? The way that time passes and the growth, and it just allows you to see that you are growing, you are learning, and you are making progress. Because a lot of time artists don't feel like we're doing enough. We see that we want to be further in our careers, we want to be doing more, but we have to take account to everything that we are doing in the moment and the things that we have accomplished, because they're huge. And it's only because we went after it. We tried, we believed in ourselves enough to pursue this and to make this happen for ourselves.
Yeah, and you've accomplished quite a lot.
I'm trying, Rhina.
You
I'm
have.
trying
No,
here.
baby, you're trying. No. You just finished preaching to the choir. We have to embellish in our accomplishments and bask in them and just be present to them. And the fact that you had a nice gig with NBC and ABC with the couponology.
Yeah, that was, I mean, invaluable experience working, coming on live TV, giving viewers what to shop for, giving them deals. It was absolutely wonderful, because obviously there's a lot of preparation that goes into it, but you also have to be able to flow, right, with the other hosts and be on your toes.
Yes.
So that experience.
Well, live is no joke, okay? You're talking to a live,
like, a pro. I'm talking to a pro.
You know, I'm not trying to go back to it, but I'm saying it's really, there is no take two.
Right.
And you're right. You do have to be present. Like, it's now or never. It's not second guessing. None of that is applicable.
And the same with theater. It's like you have to keep going. The show goes on. So even, and the audience doesn't know. The audience, whether it's viewers on TV or the audience on stage, they don't know what they're missing or what line you miss. So it's like, how do I pick myself back up? How do I keep the show going?
So, and I think it's a great concept, by the way, couponology, right?
Yeah.
So I just wanted to mention that because you had your segments that were being shown on both NBC and ABC for like 5 years, and then you created this platform, right? So now you're offering this sense of mentorship because you're now familiarized, you're seasoned, right?
Yeah, we can say that. Let's say that. I'll take it. Yeah.
And I think it's important because that's exactly what you said. It's exactly what I think, particularly actors of color, that community, that sense of feeling safe, and also navigating the ins and outs and the reality of it, right? Right. Because it can play a role in your self-esteem.
Oh, it does. And I think back when I was a kid, that access, that exposure wasn't there. Like I said, this was foreign. So it wasn't even in my frame of mind that this was something I could pursue. It was when I was exposed in college, like, oh, I can take an acting class. Oh, I fell in love with this art form and I need to find a way to pursue it. That's when the world opened up to me, and I want to give people that same access, that same familiarity, and give them the support so that not only are they starting, but they have a running start. They're literally starting off a launching pad with support, resources, tools, right? How do I prepare for my headshot sessions? How do I prepare for auditions? What is it going to take to understand the text that I'm reading? Or how do I break down this material so that I can be and personify the characters that the casting directors need me to be? What are the worlds? What does the TV landscape look like? And how do I have to learn these environments and how the characters I want to play, how they'll fit in? So there's so much preparation, there's so much work that we have to be doing to make those opportunities come to pass. Because if we're not working, nothing happens.
Right, and the thing about it, everything you just shared, right, which I'm telling you, I think this is brilliant. It's like you have to keep moving it forward, right? Even if you're not pounding the pavement as you weren't in 2020.
Nope.
You had to keep designing a way to enhance your craft, not solely from an artistic perspective, but from the business aspect. Exactly. Because, again, the headshots, there's the understanding what the actual cost should be, what the look should be.
Yes.
Right? And then with regards to your environments, there's a difference between acting on television versus acting on stage versus acting in film. And you've designed this clever community, I have to say. I say clever because I visited the website.
Thank you.
And I was like, oh, okay, she's providing access to all this information, but you got to become a member.
You do. Yes.
So talk to me about how that operates.
Yeah, so basically I've made a very simple layout, and everything that I've ever questioned, sought out, seeked guidance on, I put it on the bank because I know it's going to be helpful and useful to artists who are starting out. So if they're looking for acting classes, if they're looking for talent competitions, once they build their portfolio of work, now I'm ready to seek representation. How do I do that? How do I talk to talent managers and talent agents so that I can then book better TV and film roles? So all that information is there, it's laid out, and it's a place that I want actors to revisit, right? Fine tune your skills, work on your body, work on your instrument, work on your mind, because that's what we need to be ready and nimble for when the opportunities come knocking. If we're not ready, then the opportunity is going to pass us by. So everything is laid out, and what members will do, they can choose what plan works for them. So they can just gain access to the information in the first tier, and they can revisit as many times as they want. If they're looking to get a little more hand-holding, I created also this step-by-step roadmap video, kind of like a step-by-step guide. When you start here, you start with your headshots, and you start going to classes, you start meeting casting directors, you start really building that portfolio of work to when you are auditioning for film and TV, and what does that new environment look like. So there's that tier, and then there's a final tier of where they can book sessions with me. They can work on material, they can ask their questions, and really get more support, more direct support. So they have 3 options to choose from.
So it's really, you accept all levels is what
Yes.
you're saying, is
Correct.
what I'm hearing, right?
Correct.
And then they have access to that, and then depending on their level of membership, they'll have direct access to you.
Exactly, exactly.
That's brilliant.
Thank you, thank you.
I think it's important too, all right?
Right.
And I say this because, again, going back to our community of color, right? It's a big deal, right? That industry it's a little tricky if you don't know and you don't understand. And when you empower them to step in with that level of knowledge, it's a whole different rodeo.
It really is. And it's like, it seems so out of reach when you don't have that support and that guidance. And that's with anything in life, right?
Yes.
If we're not being guided and supported and given those resources, we're kind of at a disadvantage.
Right.
And it takes us years. So it has taken me years to learn and do all the things that I've supplied in the acting bank. And what I'm doing for artists is like, I'm cutting all that. I'm closing that gap for them and giving them that
The roadmap,
that start.
Right. The kickstart.
Yes, that's the word I was looking for. So igniting that ignition for
Yes.
them, and really giving them a great start.
Yeah, from a place of hope and support, because support is everything.
It really is.
Especially in this field.
Yes, and I was talking to Ray too, who works with you on your team. It's like, it's all about how we can collaborate with one another, because we can't this doesn't happen on its own. It takes a village of people, and that's with everything in life. And if we remember that and we bring that to our interactions, we bring that to the experiences, we bring that to the sets, it just makes everything better, right? Because I'm here for you, you're here for me.
Yeah, and I'm into intergenerational relations because you know what? They're our future. So I hear you.
Yes,
Woo,
girl,
Christine Suero! I'm
yes.
so happy to have you back. Thank you
Thank
for
you for
bringing it
having
here
me.
to our set once again. Christine Suero, the Acting Bank founder.
Yes.
And if you are interested in everything we just discussed, you can visit theactingbank.com. All right, stay tuned. There's more open when we return. All right.
Thank you.
That was great.